Hey everyone, I'm Harlan Gatlin and I'm a talent manager at ClearVoice. And we have Arthur McMahon here and he'll be taking the ClearVoice Questionnaire. So let's jump right into it. All right, Arthur, first question. What is the most used app on your phone?
Reddit. I'm reading Reddit all the time. Part of
Interesting.
the research tool too. I dive deep into subreddits sometimes to get a lot of more insight. I feel like the Reddit community is where you can really find some real opinions about topics.
100%. I'm an avid Reddit user myself, but you can't go too far in the subreddits. You'll get lost down rabbit holes.
True.
Okay. Second question. What's something big or small that you're really good at?
In my humble opinion, I'm very good at cooking. I'm the cook of the house. I
Mm.
love inviting people over and hosting them and having a bunch of little snacks for everybody and stuff like that.
Uh, Next question. Do you have any specific rituals that help you get into the writing flow?
The writing flow certainly is at its best in the early morning hours for me. It's wake up, have my coffee, get to writing. Like that's the best creative time for me is first thing in the morning. And I tend to reserve my editing more towards later in the morning or into the afternoon because writing in the early morning is where it's at for me.
That's interesting. So you're a self-described morning person, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you take your coffee?
Right now, I brew my own coffee at home and I put a splash of oat milk or macadamia nut milk in there. My treat is always going to, say, Starbucks and getting a double tall latte, vanilla latte.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. What's your favorite board game?
I'm actually a bit of a board game fanatic. I've got lots of board games I play. My favorite right now, this is almost embarrassing to talk about. The only Kickstarter I've ever done was for a Witcher board game, and I decided to go all in on it. So I spent hundreds of dollars for every expansion, every little gift that they decided to put in there. And it took them like a year and a half to ship it to me. It's called The Witcher Old World. And I love that game. It takes me an hour and a half to set it up before anybody even comes over to play it. And then it takes us hours to play it. It's so ridiculously long, but I just have a blast every time I play it.
I personally think that is super cool. I don't know if everybody would, but I definitely think that's pretty cool. So what's one thing you're currently trying to make a habit?
I just started marathon training, so I'm trying to currently make a habit out of sticking to my running plan every single day. So I've got it laid out in my calendar right now, which days I run, how many miles I have to run. This isn't the first marathon I've run, but it's been a bit since I've done it. So it's getting back into that habit of doing it. And then it's the Eugene Marathon where I live in Eugene, Oregon, and that's at the end of April. So I've got a few months of training to go.
That's 26.2 miles. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
One step at a time, just like you mentioned, one step at a time.
There you go.
Have you ever taken on a writing project that pushed you out of your comfort zone?
I wasn't the writer on it, but I would say the AI project where I managed a lot of different writers who were using AI to develop thousands and thousands of pieces of content for a brand. It was just a whole new experience using AI in that fashion, adjusting to it, working with the different prompts. That scale of AI definitely pushed me to new limits I didn't know I had, but now I have a much better understanding of it. So I appreciate having been on that project.
That's awesome. Okay, what's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
A text from my wife that works really easily. She's away at work all day while I'm at home working. So when she sends me a note, it brightens me up.
I'm right there with you. I work at home, and my wife is currently out of the house right now, and she's working like she does every day. So I'm right there with you. If you could snap your fingers and become an expert in something, what would it be?
My mind went straight to the Matrix and martial arts, so I think I would just be a martial arts master. I did do some jiu-jitsu for a couple of years, but it was a painful experience for my body, so I didn't stick it through to the mastery level. But if I could just do it, snap my fingers and do it.
That is awesome. Do you watch martial arts and stuff like that as well?
I got into it. I picked up jiu-jitsu as a hobby to meet people after I'd moved to town. It was a new place, and I was like, here's a physical activity that'll help get me into shape. It'll help make me meet new people and push me out of a comfort zone. So I did that. And then since joining that, I learned a lot more about different martial arts and watch different events like UFC and other fighting events online and stuff like that.
Awesome. Okay, so this is last question here, and it's a loaded one. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
The rest of my life. That would be explore more and be grateful. Simple as that.
That's 5. Yep. Love it. I think that's a great way to close things out. Those 5 words are 5 words that we should all be living by. That is for sure. So thank you so much, Arthur, for taking our ClearVoice questionnaire.
Yeah, thank you, Harlan.